Okay. This way, please. Take a seat.
I am Mr. Jordan's lawyer,
Uh-huh.
so I will be representing.
Okay. Hi, Ted. So, I understand you were the one who filed for the divorce?
Yes, my side is.
You can let the client respond. I assure you everything in here is confidential, will not be used in a legal instance. She was just like, man, guys. Okay, we're gonna cut here, Amanda, or Brenda, whoever's doing the video. Okay, ready?
After legal issue, just to start the question.
So I understand you, Mr. Jordan, were the one to file for the divorce?
That's correct.
See. And why did you file for this divorce?
I'm just not happy in my marriage anymore. I found someone else, and I don't see why I should keep this marriage going.
Stop it. My client, thank you, please. My client wishes to be properly represented. Mr. Jordan does not wish to continue to live with Miss Shu as her husband. Mr. Jordan, as a primary breadwinner, deserves to keep all of the property as paid for by him. Mr. Jordan has the rights to his house, his accounts, and all his money. Normal California law does not apply to his marriage. Just because Miss Shu, I can't say that part. Yes! Chinatown! San Francisco!
I don't know where this hat
York.
Oh my god, San Francisco.
Okay,
New York.
we'll cut after apply to his marriage.
Waverly Place.
Okay, Amanda, Brenda, whoever is
Okay.
editing. We're cutting after I said marriage.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So should I start with the question? Yeah, okay. Wait, all the way back with the
No,
question.
like just continue from what I said. I said it does not apply to his marriage, and I already said that he wants the house
Okay,
and
there
everything.
you go.
And then I'll be like, okay. Mr. Jordan, anything you want to add?
Pretty much all in all.
I see. Well, we're not really here to discuss legal issues, Miss.
I don't have a name. I'm just a divorce lawyer.
Okay. So I'll just call you Miss.
Lee.
Okay.
Okay, I think after, it's a little scratched up too. After I say marriage, you can
Yeah.
talk, or after I said, is there anything you want to add? No. Talk to, I think, Rosie.
Okay.
About stuff.
Like,
and
how
then,
do you feel about this?
and about the backbone
Wait,
of the
how do you-
house.
So,
Okay.
I feel
Feel like you can't just throw you away.
You can't trash me.
I want the house.
Yeah, and then you can talk about monkey business and how your mom.
Okay, and also like you can talk about his check for like $10,000 and how you felt it wasn't
Yeah.
like good enough that he
$10,000.
just buy you out of his life. Oh, just say a sum of money, and he can't just buy you out of his life. Okay, ready? So Rose, how do you feel about what Mr. Jordan is demanding?
well. I feel like he can't just throw me away like that. Because of how many years of marriage?
Please, Mr. Jordan, we're listening to Rose.
How many years of marriage?
I'm sure it was in a good amount of marriage. I mean, a few years at least.
I don't know. You don't even know how long we were married? Do you expect me to stay with you?
Okay, wait, we're gonna include that. Include that. That's something. Okay. What did you ask? How did you feel about? Okay.
Yeah.
Cutting all of this too.
But I like it.
Okay, you end the cut after Brenda or Ted says that there's nothing else to add. And now Amanda.
Okay. How do you feel about this, Rose? About his demands?
Well, I think some of them are just, they can't be met because I feel like I should get the house. And the garden.
What?
Okay, no,
What
that's fine.
you said before was great. How
Yeah.
you can't be
Oh,
trash.
I thought that was a different question.
No.
That was a
Okay,
question.
okay.
I'll
You
just
can't be
start out.
trash.
How do you feel
You're
about
crazy.
what Mr. Jordan said?
You're
Okay.
crazy.
Okay, ready?
I deserve
Ready?
a
Ready?
freaking house.
Shut up, Brenda.
Okay, go.
Okay. So, Rose, how do you feel about what Mr. Jordan and his lawyer said?
I feel that he can't just throw me away like that after that many years of marriage, and I would like the house.
Interesting. See. And Mr. Jordan, have you done anything to try and compensate for Miss Rose?
Compensate?
Yeah.
I obviously have more of the money. Why should I need to compensate for her?
Interesting.
I can't be bought.
Mr. Jordan
Has offered to give a $10,000 as a compensation. Should be sufficient. Is that all that is what I need to him?
Really, what do you mean by this, Rose?
Am I only worth $10,000?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Mr.
Mr.
Jordan,
Jordan.
please, it's okay. Please, Mr. Jordan, we're trying to be civilized here. Thank you. And so you feel you can't just be bought out of his life? Along with the house? I see.
No.
No. Okay. So, let's get down to business now. How did you two meet? How did we?
Oh, you don't even remember that.
As if you do.
Well, Mr. Jordan, why don't you tell us that? Okay, we're now good and cut up until how did you guys meet?
We meet in college?
Yeah, you met in econ class.
Really? Alright.
Yeah, and then like
There was a story in the book.
I remember it saying they met.
Oh, you guys-
cheating off of me.
here, let me write
Oh
this.
yeah, I asked her for her notes or something, and she's all
For her
redhead,
ass.
right?
Which
What
led to coffee.
Yeah, I asked to buy her notes, and she was all like, buy me coffee.
Wait, can you talk about how she wants the house and how she needs a background? Because I'm just gonna say
Okay.
legal stuff and then you're
Where's the
asking.
tissues?
Okay. So then we'll skip
Yeah,
the
here.
whole marriage part. So what do we just do?
We just finished with
Okay.
house stuff. No, the marriage stuff was fine. Just
Okay,
like
yeah.
go back to the.
Okay,
Move it.
so
That's
back
gonna
to
be weird for the editing. It's gonna be like one frame and then boom, tissue moves.
Our Ellen show, we moved the swan every once.
That's so funny.
I
I didn't notice.
Yeah, and then it ended up in like the front.
Okay.
Okay, so you want me to ask her about? Okay,
How,
you
like,
just finish-
should I-
so you want
Should
the
I tell
house.
the story?
Yeah.
You have
Okay.
No, I think I should start it.
Okay, ready?
I take over.
right?
Yeah. So,
When do I take over though?
Just go with it.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
so Rose, you want the house,
Yes.
and you also want the house, Mr. Jordan.
Of course.
Can I just say something here? Just because Miss Shu wants the house and now feels like she needs the house, doesn't mean she's going to get it. Mr. Jordan deserves the house. He paid for it. He's the breadwinner. It's his house.
I understand. But I'm just talking about their feelings right now. I think it would help if you weren't here to
But
kind of.
Mr. Jordan and Miss Shu will have a divorce.
Yes.
I thought were we discussing the property issues?
No. We're psychiatrists. I'm not exactly a judge. I'm just here. I just thought Ted would be helpful for Rose to get out her feelings, and if he was here, because obviously a divorce is a huge part of her life. So I think it would be best if you leave, so we could just do this civilized instead of having this all broken, and take out more of the legal matter and more.
Let me discuss with my client. I guess my time here is done.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan.
It was nice to meet you. Okay. Now, so let's see. Let's go back to where all this began. Where did you two meet?
In college, he was trying to
Econ class.
buy notes from me.
Why don't you just tell the story right?
Why don't you tell
Okay.
it?
Hey, okay. It's all right. Why don't we let Rose tell her version of the story first, then you can go. Okay. Thank you. Proceed, Rose.
Well, we were in college, econ class, and he was trying to buy notes off of me, and I said, well, if you take me out to coffee.
I see. Okay. Now, Mr. Jordan, do you have anything to add to Rose's story?
Well, not really. That's the basic first meeting.
So, were problems with your relationship?
No, it was good in the
Yeah.
beginning.
No. There was definitely problems.
Oh. Was
Okay.
there?
Yeah.
Okay, Rose, why don't we let Mr. Jordan speak with you?
Well, our parents, both sides, her mom, didn't really appreciate the fact that I was white,
I see.
and my mother didn't appreciate the fact that she was Asian. I find that to be
Interesting.
a
So,
problem.
I'm black.
Saying black.
I mean, I can't even Anissa, and I was like, she was smiling.
I'm Asian.
And Rhonda is white. Oh man, okay.
Well,
that was good. You can cut it after. Anissa started laughing. I
I'm good.
When you started
Damn it, Rose.
Tim.
you're like, this is why I'm forcing you.
Yeah.
but that's good. Make sure to talk about how the, like, after the,
That's what this
bring up the
is
suit
over.
again. Bring up the malpractice suit
Can
and
we
talk
see
about how,
Brenda in the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
and just make sure to, like, bring up the fact that she was supposed to make more decisions and she wasn't, so, like, that's
Okay.
why you're forcing her to.
Yeah.
Okay, and whoever is videoing this, cut after the laughter. But everything else before that was good.
Okay.
Could you hold my phone?
So, where did I leave off?
Okay. So,
Well, this is why we're getting into.
okay. So you thought there were problems, Mr. Jordan?
Yeah. Initial problems, not between us, but still problems.
Like what?
Like our parents didn't really accept our relationship
I
due
see.
to our races.
Oh, so it was a racial issue.
Yeah, my mother didn't really like the fact that she was Asian, and apparently her mom too.
I see. Did you experience any of this racial differences, Miss?
Maybe a little, but
Little?
I didn't think it would get in the way of our marriage. But obviously,
I'm just telling the truth.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan. So, if you two had so many racial differences, you guys didn't think this affected your relationship at all before you got married?
I don't know, just screw what they think.
I see. So, you felt that you guys could keep going even though your parents disapproved of marriage?
Yeah.
There were no excess feelings of rebellion against your parents?
no.
So it was just about you two?
Well, if you put it that way, I guess maybe our parents a little, but I think it was mostly about us.
Okay. So now let's go to the malpractice and your lawsuit. Rose told me that you had a lawsuit in your job. Tell us about that.
I am a dermatologist, as you might know. I was treating a patient, and I sucked out their nerve. What was he trying to do to the lady?
Just say it didn't go as planned.
I don't even know, I just know he sucked the nerve out. I don't know what he was actually trying to do.
Just say. Okay, go back to your story. Go back to I am a dermatologist, as you know, and then go from there. And that it didn't go as planned. Also, Sam, don't forget to bring back childhood trauma and how it affects girls. How would you do that?
How do you say
decisiveness,
and then I'll just ask him, do you know the story about
Yeah,
his
just do
little brother
As
baby?
you might have
And
read
then
in the news.
Would I
go
know
over
that?
that. Just try to like tie up how
Would I know that
being
story though?
equals divorce kind of thing.
Would I know that story about?
I don't know. Just say.
Just go with it. Just
Yeah.
either you know it or you don't know it. You can pick
Yeah, just pick one.
Okay, so we're cutting where
So I start off with I'm a dermatologist.
I'm a dermatologist, yeah. So this is after Amanda poses the question. And go.
I'm a dermatologist, as you know, and there was a malpractice. I was sued.
I see. And Rose tells me after this, things changed in your marriage. Did you notice any differences?
Yes.
Changed. Do not talk for me.
Oh, okay. Rose, let's let Mr. Jordan speak.
I don't know, I just felt like because such a big thing had happened that maybe I could rely on her to help me make some decisions. I didn't think I was asking for too much.
And Rose, did you help make some more decisions? Did you take more responsibility?
Well, all my life he's made all the decisions. I don't get why he would just stop now.
Because you let me.
Well, I didn't know.
Okay. Do you think this has to do with Bing again, Miss?
Bing. Maybe.
Maybe that your indecisiveness from Bing's childhood trauma that you now can't make the decisions and save your marriage? Or do you think it's more than that?
I think it has a little part in it, but more than that.
And is anything else going outside the marriage, Mr. Gordon?
Well, I am getting married to somebody else.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
I didn't know. Like, what?
I told you.
Okay. Did you, once again, let's go back to when you... It's subtle, like, monkey business mom knows. And
Yeah.
And then
It's
he goes
just
like...
I was gonna try to lead her. Did you see any signs coming up to that?
Okay, what was a good part to cut?
Oh yeah.
Well,
you
you
know,
started
you
and
said, "I
Lisa
told
starts
you."
laughing.
No, when she says "I told you."
Yeah. Okay. So cut after I told you, and then start now.
Okay. So, Miss Shu, I understand. Let's go back to where you talked to me about seeing some signs in your marriage.
Well, my mom did tell me that Ted might have some monkey business going on, but I didn't want to believe it. But I guess now it's true.
So, your mother, is she a big, important part in your life?
Yes, now that this all happened, I have to trust her, and what she says is probably right, considering everything.
I see. Now, Miss Rose, you didn't want to fight anything, no decisions. What made you change? What made you want to fight for the house?
I believe that I should take a stand to get what I want, because all my life I have just been pushed around, and you can't just, as I had said earlier, throw me away like that with $10,000.
Okay, I think we're good now with the marriage. Do you feel like there's anything else you need to talk about with your marriage? Anything you need to say to Mr. No? Okay, thank you, Mr. Jordan.
I think everything we talked about was pretty good.
Yeah.
But we should probably.
No, I think I'm just gonna wrap it up with her mother.
I think you should ask Ted to leave and then wrap it up with her one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So cut after.
I
So they're not
Screwed
saying
up the
goodbye.
name.
Yeah, okay. So cut
Your
your
job.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
So ask Ted to leave and
Okay.
cut.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan, for being here. I'm sure it helped Rose a lot. Thank you. Now, Rose, let's go back to your mother. You said she felt something like monkey business or something, as you put it?
Well, she warned me about it earlier, but I just didn't want to believe her because it was just too hard to take it all in.
And your mother and Bing, let's put those two together. What is there to tell?
That night.
It was a night. It
was
great.
amazing.
You're amazing.
That day.
Morning? Like she drove.
The day after.
Oh, the day after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh my God, we have to talk all about the Bible and everything.
Well, just like
What about the Bible on the table?
No, because Rose is the one that knows that
Yeah.
she wrote Big's name in pencil. So, we have to bring it up.
It's not really big.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
you can intro.
We can do an intro here, and then of course we'll just
Go
get
in depth
into it.
later.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. Where did I leave? Where should we start now?
Anything to tell about my mom?
Okay. So anything to tell about your mother and Bing?
Well, the day after this happened, Bing
Bing's back.
disappeared. He didn't die,
I'm sorry.
but we drove to the beach. I didn't know she had her license, but she was really determined. We searched everywhere for him, but he was nowhere to be found. We had this Bible, this white leather Bible. She wrote his name in it in pencil, not in pen.
Interesting.
Well, you know the rest. So
Interesting. So, I see there's some significance to you with your mother writing this Bing's name in pencil. Where did she write Bing's name in the Bible?
on the front page, where people normally put births and deaths.
Put it on the page that was titled Death.
Oh,
Okay, so cut before that and now.
Okay. So where did your mother write Bing's name in her Bible?
on the page where it's titled Death.
Okay. Where is this leather Bible now?
It's beneath the table, to pop up our table, making it balanced.
Interesting. So, do you think the Bible is still important, or it's now just a furniture piece?
I think she pretends that it isn't important, but it definitely is to her. Because I see her dusting it off every day. Well, I don't see her dusting it off, but there is no dust on it. There should have been. It's still clean.
We both oh my god. You're a bit more subtle than that. You like dropped your sentence. So she still does. Still clean. Okay, ask the question again.
That's my question.
Do you think
the Bible is
is
still important? Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you think this Bible is still important? I mean, just now, or now a furniture piece?
She pretends that it isn't important, but I believe that it definitely is important to her. Because I see her dusting. Well, I don't see her dusting it up every day, but I know that if it was there and it's not dusty, obviously she's been cleaning it,
See.
and so it looks as good as new.
Oh, I see. And your mother doesn't clean often? Is that why it's such significance that it's clean?
No, it's just really old, and you would think that it'd be really dusty, but it isn't. So definitely.
I think I will pass this information to Dr. Rin, and we will set up a group session with you two to talk about this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Woo! Yeah! Good day's work, people.
Yes.
That was
So
pretty solid.
good.
It was pretty
Why
awesome.
am I looking